All right, friends, welcome to our team huddle. I am not really spotlighting anybody. You're just going to get to see the entire team throughout this call. Team huddles are different from team trainings because and then we just kind of come around each other and we talk about what's been working in our businesses, maybe some areas where things are a little bit of a struggle or you want to brainstorm and get ideas from the team. If you have any questions that are kind of just weighing on you, it's almost like strategy planning. Like literally, if you think about a team when they huddle, you are doing some strategic planning. And this is kind of what it is in a coaching aspect. So one thing I do want to kick off with right away tonight is what I've been sharing with you guys. I know that when I was initially speaking about our team huddle, and I actually will spotlight this because I will be sharing my screen. When I was talking with you guys about the overhaul happening in my business, this is not, please don't take anything I'm saying as like you must do this. It's not anything that you have to do. I'm just going to share with you tonight what I'm changing, why I'm changing it in this season of my business. And if you have questions about it, you can let me know. And I'm going to start right with it because I know some of you might have to go at some point. So as you guys know, I've been doing Grace Camps for 4 years, every single month for 4 years. Many months, I did multiple. And crazy enough, I worked 60 plus hours a week in mental health. I was a worship leader. I moved from Maine, where was I? From Maine to New Hampshire, and then New Hampshire to Pennsylvania. I had a baby. I went through a lot of life transitions in my first 4 years as a coach and somehow sustained this style of running a business. And now, even though my life has completely slowed down in some ways, I'm simplifying it. And I wish I had simplified in the beginning. So what I used to do, or did do literally till this month, is I have a long-term community, Wellness His Way Studio. That's for my multi-program people. So, and that was just kind of how it always was before 2B Mindset. It was just, I did a challenge group. When they were done, they rolled into the Wellness His Way Studio. That was my long-term group. Simple. 2B Mindset entered the scene, and that changed everything because I couldn't merge them. Two very different things. And the 2B Mindset people needed very focused intention, nutrition, mentorship. So then suddenly I found myself doing multi-program challenge groups, 2B Mindset workshops. I had now a long-term community for my multi-program people, and I had a long-term community for my 2B Mindset people. And as you guys know, I was also doing a free community. I have a free community on Facebook that was called Wellness His Way at the time as well. Over 260 people in it. And that was just a free Facebook group for anyone to jump in where I could pour in. In addition to that, I would do 5-day free groups here and there, coach sneak peeks, team race to serve, all the things. When we talk about onboarding new coaches, and if you're a newer coach, even if you've been a coach for a while, that might be why you've been like, what Karen does is crazy. There's no way I can do that. And maybe that's why you've also been kind of stumped in your business or afraid to start your business because you're like, I feel like if I start, I'll never get out of groups. Like groups will overtake my life and this will get really overwhelming. My personality, I can thrive in that. I can multitask. I can do many groups and be okay because of my personality. If you're someone who is more introverted, you will quit. You will quit this business. So all that to say, I was chatting with my husband and I've just been feeling restless lately. It's also an issue in my personality. It's a strength and a weakness where when I'm in a position for too long, I get restless. I like change. I just like change. And it's not like I need to quit kind of change. It's that something needs to change. Even right now, I'm restless in Pennsylvania. I'm ready to move. Nowhere near that. But that's just who I am. And it's a gift because I believe our family is going to move a lot in our lifetime here. And I'm a personality that thrives in change. So I sat with Graham and I just said, I have to change how I do groups because I can't sustain this. I'm celebrating 4 years as a Beachbody coach and I can't be running 2 long-term communities, intensive groups, I can't. I'm tired. So then I talked with Patrice after, who's my purpose partner, and I ran with her this idea of like, do you do an open door community where like you have one community that that's the community you add 10 plus people, new people to every single month, and you just keep building this one community and maybe change up the challenge every month. So it's a way to serve your ongoing customers, like lifers, and then to serve new people in just one setting. And she was like, yeah, I actually changed everything in January and I went to this system. because intensive challenge groups every month started to burn me out. Now that doesn't mean she's doing No More Perfect Moms with me. So it doesn't mean we never do cool, like fun ones every now and then. You know, when Transform 20 came out, she did exclusive ones for that. When Jericho's program comes out, I'll do an exclusive one for that. However, I want to show you what's in the works. So now I've revamped the Wellness His Way Studio. I took it off the app. So they're still on there, and I have people that love the app. And so I told them, stay here, log your workouts if you love it. If you want more community, more devotionals, more accountability, more fun, you know, besides just logging, you need to come meet me on Facebook. And I struggled with this for a year about app or Facebook, because I think the app is more professional, but I think Facebook is warmer. I can go live. You can do group stories. And I have over 200 people on the app for my lifers. Over 100 of them don't even have a bot anymore, which they're all their names are written down for me to check in with anyway. And so to tag them on the app is becoming ridiculous. So anyway, here's what this is going to look like for me. And if this is an interest to you, here's the thing, you guys. You are welcome to enter this group. If you are a new coach, meaning you've been here for 1 to 3 months, you're welcome to engage in there. If you're a discount coach, you're welcome to engage in there. If you are a business builder and you're right, this cannot be where you do your thing. You need your own long-term community. And I'm going to be a stickler here because all of you can do it. All of you can do it. You can come in here. You can take every single thing I've created and duplicated on your own Facebook page, but you're a leader and you've got to do your own page. But if you're a newer coach, don't freak out. You need to live in here for a little while and build your story, but at some point you've got to create your own. So this is what it looks like now. Patrice was gracious to share with me how she set up her units. This is a game changer for Facebook. Units are, I don't know if I can show you because it's in here. So I'm going to find a group that doesn't have it. But this is actually really important for you guys to know. So hold on a second. Team Race to Serve, you guys, these all have it. This one doesn't have it. Okay. So if you go to a group and you click More, and then you click Edit Group Settings, and then you have to go all the way down to Social Learning Units and click Add. Okay. Now you're going to see that there's a Learning tab on the left-hand side. This is how you create units. Okay. So what is the purpose of units? I will now show you in the Wellness His Way page because it won't make sense in this one. So what I'm going to do now is as soon as a new person jumps in, so I have some people that have already come with me into the studio, current lifers who are already back in here. I've got 42 in here. We're starting things back up. They're introducing themselves. You know, we're getting things started. But I've told them all, you need to go check out the units, and here they are. So now there's a welcome new friends start here. I have expectations for them to read so they can fully understand like who I am, why I'm here, my role as their coach, what I promise to show up for and do for them, that I'll add recipes, I'll go live, I'll pray for them. What I will not do, I'm not here to babysit them. I'm not here to judge their choices. I'm not going to go MIA. I'm not responsible for their success or failure. That's on them. I will not respond to messages or tags when I'm not having focused business time because I do have family time. You know, what I expect from them is super clear. And in addition to that, there's a lot of other things in there. So I'm saying, like, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's welcome to jump into the studio initially to take whatever you want to take, and because that's what we do. You know, I share with Patrice shares with me, I share with you. Auto ship and home direct, nutrition, workouts and stats, personal development, their why, prep resources, how to get started with nutrition and meal prep, and a clean eating guide, the Zoom link for working out together, all the recipes in the world. Like so many recipes. Obviously, when you create units, they end up going in the discussion thread. So literally, as I was setting it up, I was like, nobody freak out because your thing is going to blow up because they're seeing it all kind of happen in the moment. But here's why I did that. My dream has always been to create this community that just keeps growing, where people really become family. And what's been happening in my short-term groups is they get really close and I throw them into this huge community they don't know. Almost always people disappear on me. And so I was tired of that. And when I was running short-term groups, my long-term people lost me. couldn't do too many things. I couldn't do devotionals for them. I would log in my workouts, but that was literally about it. I was pre-scheduling posts, but you guys, it was taking me over an hour for the studio, because when you have over 200 people, the system is really slow. So I was like, I need to start serving the people who've said yes to me and keep, like, if I want to increase retention, I have to serve them with intentionality. So how can I serve the old, serve the new, give them my best, and actually like watch a community grow where they really become friends? They just do, because they stay with the same people all the time. And I make it very clear, you have access to this community as long as you have BOD. If you stop renewing BOD, you're out of the community. Like, that's just how it is. I'm not requiring Shakeology. Obviously, I do require Shakeology for new people to enroll one time. I encourage them to continue, but I don't make them. A lot of them do continue it. And so, but I'm willing to bring people in with just BOD. 2B Mindset will remain with its own long-term community. The Eat for His Glory sisters are still on the app for me. I'm not changing that because they're thriving there, and that's fine. But that's it. That's all I'm going to be doing. So come June, I'm doing a plank and prayer challenge. So I already have people enrolling, and they're just going to jump right into the studio with the other 42 people. And every single day, I'm just going to do a prompt. So I'm going to pre-schedule posts and prompt them every day to log in their workouts and do everything. And I'll just have themes. So, Motivation Monday, your usual, like Tasty Tuesday. Sometimes I do Wellness Tip Wednesday or Workout Wednesday or Wisdom Wednesday. Depends on what I feel like. Thirsty Thursday or Thankful Thursday. Again, there's a lot that you can do there. And then Family Friday, how are they going to bring their family in, into their health journey? Saturdays is just kind of like a check-in of how did the week go, and then Sunday's Sabbath. So there will be themes, and I'll roll those themes in even with the themes of the new challenges every month. But what makes me so excited is I can just focus on a fun new challenge every month. If I want to do a book study, like for 1 month, do a book study, everybody gets to take part in that, whoever wants to. They don't have to be like, I'm not in the intensive group, so I can't be. Like, no, you can. You can be a part of this. So this will allow me to increase retention. It will allow me to enroll people anytime. So the whole problem of like, my challenge group closed, now what? That's not a problem anymore. Like, they just roll in anytime. So again, I'm not sharing this with you to change what you're doing. I'm sharing this with you because 4 years in, what I have been doing is currently tiring me out. But if you're in a season where you're like, but I really like having 3.5, 4 weeks to really pour into people and then bring them into a graduate community, you might really love that. There are still top coaches in the business that do it that way. And that way works. It works. This just came down to me saying, I need to do less better. I need to stop having 1,000 groups and just streamline everything. And the free community I closed. Now I called it free and fun, where like I told them, you're going to be my like pop-up fun community. Like randomly out of nowhere, you might be finding me doing a free group in there. It might be once a month. It might be every few, but this will be the community it's hosted in. So you will get some of me still, but not on a regular basis. If you want more of my time, you need to invest. I'm sorry. Like, my mind is free. Go to Instagram stories. I share all the time. My time needs an investment. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Again, nothing that you have to do, but that's just, I haven't been this excited about things in a long time. And that's how I knew I was itching for a change. I was itching for something like, when you start to feel bored, everybody else is bored. Like, I'm not a great coach if I'm not excited about what I'm doing. So doing the No More Perfect Mom group on Facebook again, I was like, oh yes, like this feels like me. Like, I wish it wasn't on Facebook. I wish the challenge tracker had a similar vibe as Facebook where there was a live opportunity, but it just doesn't. So I like the chronological order of the app. There are some perks. So that's all I plan to do. Just, they know that there will be a post at 5 a.m. every day, which means I've got to pre-schedule everything for Facebook. That's the one downside, by the way, to Facebook. The app, they all log whenever. So you have no responsibility to prompt them. When it's a Facebook group, you've got to prompt. I mean, they know they can post anytime into the group. I will allow, like, it's open, but I tell them, like, wait for the prompt and share all your meals, your water, your questions, like, so that way you can kind of be inspired and motivated by everybody, and people can actually see people. On the app, they lose people. Nobody even knows what anybody is doing. So in a Facebook group, I feel like they can actually see everything and come to know each other pretty well. So that's the transition. After the No More Perfect Mom group, I won't be doing an intensive group until Jericho's new program. And then I will still be doing To Be Mindset workshops every couple of months, a huddle for them, a purpose pod with To Be Mindset. Again, that to me is very separate, and I don't mind doing those. So anyway, now it's your turn. A huddle is literally brainstorming questions, thoughts, concerns you want to run by the team. So please make sure I don't want to be the only one talking tonight. I'm going to cancel the spotlight as well. And if you have questions about what I shared, please go for it as well. I don't like that we're all muted. Go, Erica.
Hi. Did I unmute? I did unmute myself. Okay. Hi, everyone. It's good to see your faces.
I know. It's been
Yay. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited because I think that's a great idea, honestly. I think the long-term community on Facebook, it is more personal. And I was thinking, well, it's kind of like engineered to be a social app. So that makes sense that it's more personal, right?
Right.
I think I've been thinking about that, like going back and forth between the app and Facebook and whether or not to do a long-term community on the app or Facebook, and boom, boom, boom. And now I've made my decision. So thank you.
Oh, good. Just merge it all.
Yeah. Yeah. Merge it all. That sounds great. So super exciting stuff. I have so many conversations with people behind the scenes. One thing I do struggle with, I think, is closing still. I mean, I've been doing network marketing for a while, even before Beachbody, and that's just one area that I've always struggled with is closing. And I know closing is not like the warmest word, but that's just what it is, right? It's taking them from, okay, yeah, to an actual sale. So that being said, I don't know what the disconnect is there. Maybe I should just do more. I mean, I've read some books and stuff. They're like, we'll just assume the sale. And then, if they say no, then, but I just have a hard time assuming the sale, I guess. Like, I just want you to tell me, yeah, this is what I want. And, and when that happens, I'm like, great, share a cart, but when it doesn't happen, I'm just like twiddling my thumbs like, okay, well, I'll talk to you later.
Well, hold on. Back up. So when do you feel like you don't know what to do? What are they saying that you're like, wait, so now what? Can you give me?
Okay. So for example, like with Kat, she said, I'm on board or whatever. She wants to link arms through after she watched the videos and stuff on the sneak peek for coaching. And so I took it to, Messenger, and I was like, do you have time to chat? And she was just like, just send me what you have. I explained to her, I was like, so there's a lot of different options that we can do. I'm like, I have a 2B group coming up. If you want to do that group, that's fine. If not, we can go a different route. But I did encourage her to join in the 2B group because I felt like it would be an opportunity to experience it as a challenger while she's building her business. And so I told her that. I said, but if you want to do something else, like with the performance line or something else, we can look into that. And she was just like, send me all the information you have on the upcoming group. So I sent her that. I sent her a PDF, video, prices. I explained to her as a coach, her stuff is her fee is waived. And I did express, this is through like voice and text, all of it mixed together, that the importance of getting the all-in challenge pack as a coach so she can experience the whole shebang. So she hasn't responded yet. Of course, it was dinner time during that time or, all that kind of stuff. So now I'm just like, what do I do? Do I reach out to her again? Do I wait? And normally what happens is I just wait and I'll wait and I'll wait and it'll be like 4 days. I'm like, well, what happened?
Yeah. I think it's just the expectation. So what I would say to her is like, hey friend, like I'm going to unplug with my family. So if you come to a decision before Friday, shoot me a message tomorrow. Otherwise I will follow up with you Friday once the sneak peek is completely done. And you can let me know if you're in or out. We have to create the deadline. We're the professionals, right? And so whenever I have currently 2 people who are 99% in. And so it's just a matter of like them going for it. And so literally I've just sent them both messages like your share card is ready to go. And your welcome email is ready. Your gift in the mail is ready. When you are fully signed up, I will check back in with you on Friday to see where you're at, I just let them know what my expectations are for getting started. And I think sometimes, I think we all struggle with this, by the way. Listen, closing the sale, guys, we have to do remember that we're businesswomen. It's okay to use that terminology because we know that when we close the sale, we're opening their relationship. We can finally plug them into the group. We can finally dig deeper. So we all understand what that means. And I still struggle sometimes with certain people where I do feel like, wait, what is that? Literally, I sent someone a coach sneak peek invite, and I was like, would you like to join us? And she said, possibly. And I was like, what do I do with that? So I literally sent it back, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I was like, I'm sorry. I think it's like a yes or no. I was so sassy, but I was like, I literally like sent her emojis, and I was like, I mean, I'm not sure what to do with it possibly, but the group started, and so if you want to join, you're welcome to. And she still hasn't responded. I'm like, whatever, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm like, no, you know, you're either in to a free sneak peek or you're not. Like,
right. Okay.
so
Gotcha.
When it comes to follow-ups, I follow up within 24 to 48 hours one time. And if I don't hear from them, I will follow up again after 2 more days.
Okay.
Some people do 1 follow-up and done. I do 2 because I just feel like a lot of the people I work with are moms, and I get it. I get it. Like, they genuinely forget. They genuinely are like, I didn't even know that I read this message. I thought I responded to you. Thank you so much for following back up with me. So a lot of times it is genuine that they just need multiple follow-ups. So I do give some extra grace there. And my messages are so simple. They're just like, hey, like, if you've changed your mind, you can be honest with me. There's no problem here. But I just want to make sure that if you are genuinely ready to start because of, and I say their why, because I usually ask it first, then I want to make sure that we really do this thing instead of, I don't want it to be a fear issue. Because if it's a fear issue, I will challenge you. But if it's a lack of peace issue, I will back off. You let me know. And I just make that very clear because I want them to know that as their coach, I am going to challenge them. Like, you're not going to get a wishy-washy coach. Like, oh, are you sure? Do you want to still? No. Are you in or out? And is it a fear issue or a lack of peace issue? Because I'm ready to serve you and I'm ready to do this with you. You're going to grow
like that
as you go. I tell you guys that all the time. Are you not inviting because it's a fear issue or issue? But anyway, anybody have other thoughts on that you can give for like helping people go from I'm interested to committed? Or was that helpful?
I guess it depends on how the conversation goes, but I think, I don't know, working retail for so many years, it's like when you have people there, they're like, I just go for it. And I would be like, all right, like when I work retail, I'll get this started for you. Let me wrap it up. So here I'd be like, let me get this started. Let me send you the link so we can then move on to the next step.
Right.
Like,
love it.
I don't know.
Love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great, look at you using
I got chills when you said that. I was like, yes, that's it. I mean, all of it is it, but that's a good one. Thank you, Yahara.
Yeah, because sometimes you just need someone to kind of give you that push because you're like, okay, I think I want to, but if someone says it for you and someone's almost saying like, all right, I'm doing it, they're like, oh, okay, let's go for it. Thank you. Let's do it.
Right. And I think there is I think some of us, it's personality. I am that personality of like, let me set up your cart so you can visually see it. Because some people genuinely just need to visually see the cart. I am that person. I treat people the way I want to be treated, like show me the cart. Let me set up your cart just so that you have a visual. You can run it by your husband. You see the price. You see the breakdown. And then if you have the piece, you sign up and you let me know when you're good. And if I don't hear back from you by X and Y date, I will check in. And so that's one way of saying the cart without saying, well, let me just do it for you. You could say like, would you like a visual? What's your email? Let me set up your cart. There's no charge yet, but just for you to see what what everything is. There's another like soft way of getting things rolling.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll do tonight when we get off here. I'll message her and just say, hey, I'm plugging with my family for the night. I don't know. I want to say, let me know what you think, but that's bad too. I'm unplugging with my family for the night. Look,
never say, let me know.
I know. It's terrible.
I would just say, okay. Like, hey, I'm going to unplug for the night, but I'm seriously so excited to see where God is going to take, where God is going to take you alongside this team if you continue to have peace, and just leave it at that. I actually wouldn't mention the cart. I wouldn't mention, and then just say, I'll check back in with you tomorrow. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Because my guess is that she's just genuinely busy and
right.
So Awesome.
I'm just too excited.
I know. And this is where we have to like reel ourselves in because I get that. I know that excitement. I still struggle with like, you know, racing past people and then scaring them out of things. And so it is, and you honestly could even just wait and not say anything at all. Like literally wait till tomorrow and just
That's true, because I did send her a lot. I sent her like a document, a voice message, a picture. So
I really would.
Okay.
And just trust that, like, guys, when God is guiding someone into something, just trust that He's got it. He's got it. Like, you don't have to keep reassuring yourself, is this still going to happen? Like, just professionally follow up the next day and go.
Okay.
I'm so glad you're bringing this here because sometimes we just need to reel each other in, and that's okay. That's okay. Patrice reels me in all the time. So like, you got to give some people permission to be like, I'm not being too intense. Do I need to back off on something? Because I get it.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Anybody else got a huddle question? You've got your team. What else you got? Things that are working, things that you want to brainstorm.
I have something that's been on my mind. So I'm super excited about 100 Morning Meltdown. But at the same time, 100 days of a challenge group? What? How do I keep everything going throughout 100 days? Like, and I think I'm like, well, you've done it because 80-day obsession was just 20 days shy of that. So any ideas, anything, because I'm so in and I'm hyping my girls up. Like a few of them are like, yeah, we can't wait. Okay. But I'm just like, 100 days.
That's a good question. I'm gonna let you know.
I'm curious about that too. Anyone want to tell us how to do that one?
So I guess my first thought is, okay, so I can June, July, invite to that because it goes up July 1st. You can purchase VIP access, but it won't start until July 20 something.
Us. So coaches get VVIP access. They don't actually get VIP access till late June. So we get to have a first sneak peek so we can promote, which is awesome. I love how Beachbody sets us up for success. So like we get access first so we can, and I think we still have to pay for early access, which is worth every penny to me. So that we can start like breadcrumbing it on social media, getting people hyped up. Then when the VIP opens to them, they've watched you, do it.
Got it.
So I have not thought that far ahead, but here's now with things changing on my end. I mean, June group will be in the studio. My plan, honestly, was just to have a morning meltdown group. And I actually think for that one, I may do it on the app because it is so long. And I feel like maybe where they can like log and actually track 100 workouts would be a really cool feeling because the app just it's like how many. So there is this part of me that's like, I might take this intensive group, this exclusive group on the app for 100 days and just have that on the side while my Wellness His Way studio keeps going month to month with new challenges. Because once you get people started with the meltdown, you're good. You know what I mean? Like it becomes a flow that you're all doing it together. You're not really an expert. You're literally doing it with them and you're just showing up. You're rooting for each other. You can have virtual workouts together. So I think off the top of my head, that would be more my plan is roll them into the app, do the 100 meltdown, keep my Wellness His Way studio rolling month to month as normal with people who want to just do other programs besides the meltdown, and leave it at that. So
would you recommend having someone start that same part, the 100-day meltdown or morning meltdown after I start the challenge group? Like if someone's late to the party, but because it goes for 100 days and let's say that like we're day 20 and they're like, I want to start, would that flow well still? Like, would they feel left out?
I would give them
like 80 days together.
That's what I would say. I know. I feel like I would tell them, I think I would roll them into the studio for me because I'm doing it too. And I'm still logging it in both the studio and the app. I would want to keep those girls together without throwing in a random person out of nowhere to shock them. So I don't want them to feel like they've got nutrition nailed down. they're, you know, it just feels weird. So that's why I think having an ongoing community could be a real benefit.
Yeah.
Of just like merging the old with the new and keeping that kind of a constant so that you actually can constantly keep your doors open. I mean, for me, I have to be careful because the way I'm going to do enrollment is I have 10 spots for June. Once those 10 spots are taken, it's closed. While behind the scenes, I may make exceptions, but to them, it's closed. And I have to create those deadlines to create a sense of urgency for people to sign up. And so, but it does open the door for somebody who's watching and something like Karen, like, am I too late? No, you're not. Jump in the studio anytime, you know, and I'll work with them one-on-one behind the scenes to prep them with anything they need. I think that's how you can do it. You know, I can't remember what we did with the 80-day obsession. I'm for sure that I did other groups alongside it. And it is helpful. So here's what we can, okay, team, let me ask you this. Anytime we've done huge groups like Transform 20, Live 4, 80-day, we did them as a team. So like we always did. We've always merged for those exclusive groups, and we've picked like 6 leaders, and we each took a day to simplify it so that we were working less better, and then we could still do our extra communities. So that's something to think about. Would we want to, like, for the people who are saying, yes, I want to do Morning Meltdown, and the leaders would need to be people who have challengers. So, you know, if you're somebody who's in a season where you don't really want to roll people in, but you want to commit to it for yourself, you can jump into the group for yourself. Or maybe you want to bring in people, but you don't want to lead. So I'm not going to pressure everybody to have to take a day, but I would want 6 of us total. So we could each take a day of the week. What do you guys think? Like, would that help to have like a team-wide meltdown challenge? Or do you guys want to do your own thing? And don't feel like you have to answer me right now. If you're like, I don't want to be that person who's like, no.
I like it. I like the idea.
If you like it, reach out to me and I'll start putting a list of names together. And if we max out our 6 leaders who are up front, and some of you guys huddle. Like, we're a team family. It's okay if you have to maybe do 2 separate team groups, 6 each, and we do this. But I think that's how we did it, and that's how I lived, honestly, the pressure wasn't on me alone. 80-day I shared with you guys. Live 4 I did with Michelle and a bunch of people. Same with Transform 20. That made everything easy. It's like, okay, cool. I got 1 day pre-scheduled, done. I can show up for it for myself, love my people, lead my long-term group. So there's that.
Yeah, good.
Jahira, you had an ultimate portion fix question, and Brittany, that is your territory. So I was telling Jahira, if she has a client that may be doing UPF, which like nobody here does. So it's like Brittany and Jess Knits are your 2 ultimate portion fix masters. Like, you've got to go to them for questions. So I wanted to run it by you. Are you okay with her reaching out to you if a client has questions and she's not sure what to say?
Yes. Yeah.
Because I'm clueless too. I mean, I know the containers. I'm sure the course is very, what's the word, Karen? There's a lot besides just the containers.
Extensive.
Thank you. I was like, exclusive, inclusive. I don't know what the word.
It is, and it's really good. Like, it's so good. So
I actually really want it because I love the teaching element. I don't like I'm not going to use the containers, but I like the science. I like learning about facts and statistics. So that part of me I want to learn. You know, and I do hybrid 2D mindset with the containers a lot for people anyway. So it would be beneficial for me, I think, to do it with this. I'm looking into that when finances open up a bit. Any other questions or thoughts or things that are going well that you want to share before we close out?
I have a comment back to the big group that Jahira, I'm not sure I'm saying it right. How we did the 80-day group is, and I don't know how this workout program is, the 100 days, but it was broken into phases. So that made it kind of easier to bunch it up. And we did the same thing with Transform 20. It was broken into chapters. So I don't know how Morning Meltdown is going to be, but that makes it a little bit easier that it's like little chunks and not just this huge beast. It kind of breaks it down. So that's a idea, I guess, when we see how the format is of the program.
Yeah, it makes it less overwhelming for people. I think the idea of 100 days is really cool because you can finish, and Jericho says this when we were on the cruise, she was like, you could do it in 100 days, you might be doing it in 200 days, but finish your 100 days. And that's the goal of the program. She's, by the way, the most down-to-earth person. She's like, 2B mindset, macros, containers, I don't care what your nutrition plan is. Is it working? You do you. It's like, this is the first program that's launching that is not strict with a specific nutrition approach. It's like, you figure out what works for you and you commit to those 100 workouts. Obviously, they'll have tips and things like that, but I think Beachbody is just moving in a direction where they're really starting to understand that people are just different and need different things to succeed. And so they need to help, like us as coaches, help them figure out the right one for them. And then they do what makes sense for them and add in the movement, which I think is so great. And I think that's what makes it now more sustainable than what it used to be for people. So I'm excited for it. I keep forgetting that it's launching in July. And I also keep forgetting that it's like a month. Like, guys, we're at the end of May. So that's just like, I feel like I don't even know what's happening. Like, oh, June is, in a week. Just rolling on over here. Cool. Our sneak peek is going awesome. By the way, in case you did not know, I was not sure how this was going to play out for it being 3 days. But so far, I actually really like this. My plan on Saturday is to give them the full all 10 videos in one shot for if you guys, if ever throughout the month or 2 months, you want to bring people in just to like see everything, or you can just give them the 10 videos and just say like, if you're genuinely interested, watch these 10 videos. They're like 5 to 7 minutes each, and let's chat after, but it will stay open for you. And I think now that we have everything pre-recorded, we can do this many times. Like every month, multiple times a month, and we can have new coaches do different videos if we have new people that want to bring in people and would like them to be heard. So I would love to hear your feedbacks though, if you've been catching them, what your thoughts are on them.
Thoughts are on the videos or what?
Just like the setup of Zoom call versus a 3-day sneak peek.
Oh yeah. I like the fact that we can use the same videos over and over and over. We could run it every week if we wanted to.
I don't want to do that. But yes.
I know. I'm just saying we could.
It would push us to invite to the business. Yeah.
It would.
Yeah. Cool.
I think it made it an easier invite to Facebook private group than a Zoom for whatever reason, because the 2 people that I have there, I've invited before and they were straight no. And this time it was oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Like, okay. So for whatever reason that was, I don't know, it appealed more to them. Mm-hmm. So I like it.
I don't know why I went away from it. Because I used to do it all the time. And then I went to Zoom. Honestly, Zoom was convenient. It was a one and done, but it wasn't as fruitful, because I feel like people had questions. I feel like I threw so much information at them so fast that it would overwhelm them. But a 3-day sneak peek kind of drags it out. So there's pros and cons where like this, the more simply you explain the business, the more people are willing to join. But at the same time, like somebody said, the more you dumb it down, the more apt you are to have people sign up. But I don't want people who think this is easy either. Like I want them to know what they're in for, because this is hard. Like I'm not going to paint you a picture that like being an entrepreneur is easy. And I want to grow a business with women who have like an entrepreneur mindset, but a heart of ministry. Like they exist because you guys are here and you have it. Like we exist. They're out there. So if I give them something that's dumbed down, then they're going to come in here and be like, what? I have to actually invite people? Yes.
Yeah, because we don't just want bodies. Like that's one way to just bring bodies into the group, but we actually want purpose-driven people, so that makes sense. I mean, I think that the group is good. There's also different personality types. Like for some people, they're going to go through and read everything with a fine-tooth comb and get all the details. And there's going to be other people that skip all the reading and just click on the videos, Mm-hmm. So I think it's perfect for whichever personality type that people have, which is great.
There are people who will not even watch the videos. And those are the people that this is not for.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm sorry.
True.
So I took all their emails. I did not show you guys this. I also have a sneak peek application they fill out where it like gives me like your why, what makes you interested? If you were to work this, what would be your goals? What are you driven by? Like, I want to actually get to the root. And it's a way for me to email them every night to say, like, were you able to watch the 4 videos? Like, what were your thoughts? To make sure they're actually doing it. Because I know that if you shove me in the 3-day sneak peek, I mean, I could forget all about it. So, you know, don't be afraid to follow up with your people, and even, you know, just send them the first 4 videos in one message, like, hey, just in case the group gets overwhelming with a lot of posts, here they are in one shot if you have 30 minutes tonight and you want to just watch them in a swoop. So there's pros and cons either way, but my goal of doing it this way is it makes it easier for us as a team to showcase the team. Right. Like, that has been the coolest part for me is, thank goodness I'm not the only one talking. And tomorrow, so that the Learn to Earn, the income video, I recorded it 3 times. And I was like, I can't talk about this. You guys, I have a problem. I don't know how to explain the income opportunity. I was like, because I'm not businessy minded, like, explaining the compensation plan when I'm on the spotlight, I'm like, I don't even know how we get paid. Like, I know how we get paid because I see it every month. I know what a matching bonus is. I get it. But so Melanie Mitro, top coach, did a phenomenal 9-minute video on how we earn. And it's technically to a coach who signed up, but it is fantastic. And I can't wait to just post that without me. Like, you just walked around me. She'll explain everything. So we have, like, the meat is tomorrow. The vital behaviors are tomorrow. Income is tomorrow. Business is ministry. Coaching at your pace. I mean, our videos today were vital, but today was all about mind and heart. Tomorrow it's all about the hands. It's like, all right, now you're set up. Now let's talk about what you're going to do. Because, so I've set that up very intentionally. And then Friday is lighter. It's like, why this has given us accountability. Why we love it. Like, we go a little bit lighter and then we close it out. And you will have a responsibility to do the follow-up. You will. I give them a prompt and a call to action, but be ready to do follow-ups. And like I said, if you ever hit a season where, so if you're not inviting people right now to the business, but it comes up, you'll have all those videos. I'll send them to the team. I'll put it on our team page in one swoop so you guys have everything that you need. All right, friends, we've got 5 more minutes. Anything else? Beth, how's your 2B PCOS group? It's not a PCOS group, is it?
It is. It's a PCOS and ladies on the journey to motherhood.
Oh, yes.
Together. So, we actually don't start until Monday. So
nice.
We're getting the group all set up this week. And then we start on Tuesday because Monday is Memorial Day.
Yep. Awesome.
I'm excited.
Yeah, that's such a cool, narrow audience. Like, have you found interest with it?
Yes. I've actually been talking to a lot of women who I knew some of their stories because I've chatted with them before. And then some of them came out of the woodwork that I had no idea of. And so just continuing those conversations behind the scenes, and hopefully some of them will join this week, but we'll see. So
it's okay to, like, be firm in some things. Like, we start on Tuesday, Memorial Day is Monday. We all kind of check out and Sabbath with our families a little bit more. And I just want to make sure that you're set up with everything you need. So come Tuesday, we can. Is it prep or are you fully starting Tuesday?
We are fully starting Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah. So there's, like, you don't want to miss a beat, sister. And I'm so ready to do this with you. Yeah, you'll know, God will give you the courage. Cause guys, this is the getting them to actually invest and get started. That's the courageous element. Like, it takes courage to just invite, but then to actually, like, show them that you are ready to help them make that commitment and start. That takes a whole lot of courage too. So we'll be praying for you and Jen as you guys are leading that group. That's incredible. I love, love, love that you have found a niche, however you say it. Cause people always are afraid to narrow their audience, but that's the secret.
I was really scared to narrow my audience, and I knew I had this story and I didn't know what God wanted me to do with it. And then 2B Mindset came out, and it's really changed my way of eating and has helped me so much even throughout this pregnancy. And so being able to do it while pregnant has been awesome. And then just finding that target market, like, that has been an answer to prayer, I think. So
absolutely. Literally write it down on your bat every day. Because that's always the part where I'm like, who is my target market? What is that? So awesome, ladies. Carrie, any thoughts, anything? Just listening, taking it all in.
Taking it all in, yes.
Totally fine.
I will say that I am so glad to hear your new strategy, because I will admit, just kind of coming in under you and being super new to all of this, I have to tell myself not to get overwhelmed by watching you every day, and the insanity that you do. So hearing that you are slowing down and coming to this is makes me feel good.
Yeah, you're in the you're still, to me, you're a new coach. You need to be in there. You can bring people in there, but then don't be afraid to say like, okay, guys, I'm ready to fly. So I'm going to take y'all out of the studio, and you're going to have a name now for yours. A team name, by the way, your team name it's not your challenge group name. So a team name is something, then like your long-term community is something. So you won't hear me use Grace Camps very much anymore unless it's an intensive group. And it's funny because the insanity I did before worked. Like it, even with little time, I don't know how, guys. I don't know how I did it. I just did. Like that's just how I am. But even though now I have more time, God's still calling me to less time with my more time. It makes no logical sense, where he's like, you've got time in the morning, you're not using it. Like, okay. So that's why I'm kind of in that season where it's like time to simplify everything. Time to stop giving away a lot for free. I can't. I'm sorry. So this is, I think, a great way for a new coach to start. Just create a community. And it doesn't mean now you need your first 3 people to be in it. It's okay to start small, guys. Like, and if their first 3 are with me, like in the Wellness His Way, and you're guiding them behind the scenes, cool. But I always want to remind people, I started with 1 or 2, and then that grew, and then that grew in 4 years. And then that keeps on growing. And I think the people you start with, you get to share something very special with them in the beginning before things get, before more kind of come in. So you just kind of have to embrace the beginning. I think the beginning is the weirdest. You're like, it's just awkward. You're trying to find your groove. And, but everybody has a beginning. So
I feel like that awkward is completely me right now, which is something I'm not used to. I don't usually allow myself to go into things uncomfortable and unknowledgeable, but just really, it's taken me a while to get to this yes, because I wanted to make sure that it was God's yes and not mine, because I had a habit of saying yes to everything and everyone and then thinking how it affected me after. And I'm changing that in this season. So yeah, grateful for all of you ladies listening to me. Terrified for my video tomorrow because I said about 5,000 times. So I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Like, where'd you go? just Carrie. It's okay. She'll be back. I'm so dramatic. I had like something to tell her. I'll just have to text her after. Cool. All right, friends. Brittany, I just want you to know I love you. Did you start your new job?
Not yet, because somebody else just left my department, so we're kind of short-staffed, but a couple weeks probably.
Cool. Let me know when you do. We're praying for you.
Yeah. Sorry, I was like doing all the things, but I was listening.
No, that's the perk of this business. I can cook, I can clean, and I can listen. That's awesome. All right, friends, let me close this out in prayer. And next Wednesday will be a full-out training on what? I don't know. So if you have thoughts, if you have questions, something that you'd like more, you know what? If any of you want to lead, let me tell you what. Listen, leaders, because you're all leaders. If there is something that has been on your heart that you want to teach and train in, can you reach out to me and let me know? Because I'm also at this point in the summers, I usually take our team calls to bi-weekly because it's summertime and it's nuts. So there's a part of me that's like, do I take it bi-weekly or do I do one that's a training and one that's a huddle? Because huddles are just kind of chill and laid back and fun. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you want to do? Bi-weekly from June to August? Or do you want to do a huddle versus a training? I'll do whatever you want. Doesn't bother me. Erica immediately mutes herself. Oh, you're unmuted now. Like, I am talking.
That means I have something to say. I was going to say, I think biweekly works, honestly, for me. I don't know about everyone else, but see, we do have the Voxer thread. So, we could always, talk there through whatever. So we can keep the huddles more Voxer and then keep, the trainings more team call, I guess. I don't know.
Not if you're in agreement. I said not if you're in agreement. So nobody's in agreement. Everybody's like, no, Karen, I want it every week. I want it every day. That's so awkward. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Starting in June, we will do bi-weekly, and on the off weeks, we'll have live trainings on Facebook that are not just me. So one of you guys can come hop on for 5-10 minutes, do a quick tip, whatever, something that you want to share. So it's not just me training all the time. And I think that's, we'll just use Facebook as an advantage of here's a live training on Wednesday, whenever you guys have time to share. So I think that would be really great if everybody could just send me one thing that they wouldn't mind doing a 5-10 minute training on, even 15 minutes. I would not go beyond 15 because people drop out. But if there's anything, any element of the vital behaviors or just anything that you're like, this I want to practice teaching, because you're all leaders and you need to learn how to lead your teams as they come. So that would be really cool if we had a June to August schedule where, a couple times a month or once a month, one of you did it. That would be so, so, so great. But that sounds totally fine with me. And we do have the Voxer thread. I love having a Holy Hustler time too. So we'll talk more about that. That sounds great. All right. I will pray now. God, thank you so, so much for just your goodness and your grace, and that you are able and willing and love to use us as your hands and feet, as your mouthpiece, Lord. And it is just truly a privilege. That's how I see all of this. It's a privilege to be used by you, to have your Holy Spirit work in us and through us, to use any platform, a secular platform. It doesn't matter. You call us to be a light wherever we are. And this is just a very powerful responsibility that we can step into this platform and really uplift people every single day. And maybe with words very loudly and boldly proclaim who you are, and maybe without words, where it's just the way that we live and how we are, that it attracts people to us, to this light, not just to our body, our fitness, no. Your eyes are different. Your heart is different. The way you speak is different. So I just pray, Lord, over this team. I see the growth. I see the change. I see the stirring that you're doing. And it is just, it is nothing I can take credit for. God, it is your leading. And I just want to say, keep going. Keep just growing us, uniting us, honestly, making us one, to challenge and encourage one another, to not be afraid to work hard and get dirty, but at the same time, Lord, keeping our hearts anchored in you and letting you direct our peace and our pace. And we just give you all the glory. I see all the groups coming up, all the things coming up for our businesses, this sneak peek that we have going on. We're just asking, Lord, that you would bless that, and that it would be successful, and that it would bring on people who are ready to serve others with integrity and nobility. Thank you so much for just who you are. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, sweet friends, good night. I love you. Carrie, stay on. I had something I want to tell you, then you disappeared. But everybody else, good night.